everybody, welcome to YB Starlight. Today we welcome our guest who is a role model for many ladies who love action. The action-packed stunt lady, Sanober Pardiwalla. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Thank you for having me over. In fact, it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much. And thank you for joining YB Starlight. We really appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Thank you. So a little about Vibe. Vibe is an art curation platform for all artists, and we also have an e-commerce where these artworks can be sold.
Mm-hmm.
So to get us started, how did it all start for you? What made you go into stunting than the other professions?
Well, stunting is something that came like a natural calling for me, and I realized I was very good at it from the age of 12. And from my first day of shoot, I realized that, this is something that I can grow my talent into. And since then, there was no turning back. Coming for my other professions, yes, for my other professions, I was a little realistic about, the stunt career, which is a very high risk career and it involves a good amount of life risk. So with that, and keeping a lot of physical ailments and,
Yes.
maybe possible injuries in mind, I also chose the other professions wherein I'm a fitness trainer, nutritionist, and I've completed my doctorate in
Wow.
clinical hypnotherapy. So I practice them also simultaneously as I'm doing my stunts. So that helps me gain a good amount of number of years of experience in all my professions, and simultaneously I can practice where what's needed.
Wow, that is really nice. So what has been the best experience for you as a stunt woman and how was that experience?
The best experience as a stunt woman is in performing every stunt that I do. Actually, I love doing it, and that is the reason I do it. And one of the best, memorable experiences of my career in stunts is when I received a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I received that with my, so there were 10 people that
Wow.
night who were to receive this award. And out of the 10 people, one was me and other was the principal of my school. And I think that was one of the most memorable nights wherein I realized that at a young age I must have done something too right and too good to deserve this award. And that too with my principal of the school that I have studied in, and she was 65 years old. So I think it was an out of word experience. You can't, some things you just can't describe it in words. And I
Yes.
think I was just too overwhelmed by that entire experience. And I never knew that she was also the one getting the award that night.
Wow. What has been your most action-packed experience, or if not an experience, maybe a particular stunt?
Well, pick a category. I have stunts in several categories. So it's either aerial stunts, it's either water stunts. Pick a category: fire stunts, cars and bikes. Pick one.
Any of the stunts. Any of the stunts.
Uh, okay. So probably it would be in one of the aerial stunts that I did.
Oh,
It was wherein I was supposed to be jumping off from a cliff, and
oh.
jumping off from a cliff is from the waterfalls, jumping all the way down. And that doesn't end there. The reason this person survives jumping from the waterfalls is because she, crashes through the mountains and through the rocks, through the river, through the
Oh.
rocks, branches, rocks, trees, branches, and then finally lands into the river. So the rocks and the trees kind of suspend her fall all the way down. So this was done from a height of 300 feet.
Oh.
And yes, I think till date that was really challenging and memorable.
How do you feel about stunt men or stunt women being compared to each other or sometimes even their acting counterparts off screen?
Uh, well, comparison is something that I choose not to compare myself with anyone. The only person I compare myself is with me. And so, honestly, I guess in life, comparisons are not bad, but you should use it to your advantage rather than just to compare and feel bad about it or
Absolutely.
good about it. I mean, comparison shouldn't make you feel good or bad. It should be at a very homeostatic state and a stepping stone.
Absolutely. So, what was the challenge that you had to or have to overcome to become a stunt woman?
There are several challenges. Physically, you have to be physically strong. You should at least
Oh,
know a couple of martial arts in terms of, and your physical fitness needs to be really good to be performing stunts. And mentally, it's equally important because you need to have the ability to say no and say no in front of the entire crew. Let's say a
oh,
set of 100 people and all eyes watching on you to be performing. So when you realize that this is something where the rigging is not as per you, or you have even the slightest of the six senses, let's say, or it's not done the way you want it, you
yes,
should have the ability to say no in front of X number of people that are right there, and you
absolutely.
should feel comfortable about it.
Absolutely. So, is there indie and mainstream bifurcation in stunts? Like some of the stunts would go for the mainstream and some of the for the indie. And do some of the stunts work more than the others?
No, not really. Stunts is more of, it's not more related towards exactly a stunt role. It's more related towards the feel of the movie and the storyline of the movie. So it can be, the downside, let's say, or the serial side could have an extreme action, and a movie would just have a simple fight scene. Or it could be vice versa. It could be a full-fledged action-packed film, and a serial could just have a
Yes.
simple fight action role. So it's nothing distributed or divided into, this category falls here. It can be anything depending upon the storyline.
Oh. Have you choreographed sequences by yourself?
Yes, a couple of times. In fact, a lot of times.
Wow. So, is there? Uh, I'm so sorry, but do you is there? What is the culmination of art for you?
Well, art is everything around me. Anything that you see is art. So art doesn't have to be defined into a drawing, or it cannot be, just defined by a structure or a shape. Art is anything that you do with a lot of passion, and anything that you put your passion in is art form.
Absolutely. Is there a stunning magnum opus that you would like to introduce or you would like to reach?
Is there a, I'm sorry?
Is there a stunning magnum opus that you would like to introduce or you would like to reach?
Well, not really as of that I can think of.
Do you consider stunting as an art and yourself as the artist?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, any profession you pick that you excel in and that you are very good at doing is an art for me.
Absolutely.
So it can be anything from sculpture making to having a beautiful painting to stunting to, you know, any of it, any of it, something that has really got its beauty and excellence in it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what is the one advice that you would like to give to our upcoming artists?
Well, you need to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to. So you really need to stand firm, and you really need to believe in yourself, and not just blindly, but logically. You
Eh,
need to break down, analyze, and focus on to exactly what you believe in, and stay focused on it. Do not get affected by opinions of others or judgments of others, because this is exactly their opinion and it
ab-
cannot define your reality. So you can take opinions with a pinch of salt, a pound of positivity, and work your way around to kind of improvise and make yourself better, but nothing
Yes,
less of it.
absolutely. Thank you so much for this inspiring words. I mean, you are really inspirational. You are a role model. Thank you so much. And one thing I'd like to ask you, what do you think about the white platform?
Well, it's a lovely platform, and I was really impressed by a 15-year-old entrepreneur going about it and bringing out the youth and entrepreneurs at that age. So, starting young is something that I have also done in my life, and I really enjoyed every bit of it. And I say, why not? So, it's a beautiful platform, to encourage youth and to bring out the actual entrepreneur in you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your words mean a lot to me. And thank you so much for joining YB Starlight and supporting Vibe and the artists. We really
Of
appreciate your
course,
support. Thank you.
of course. Thank you so much. Good luck in all your endeavors. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.